Shabbat Shalom. This week we read Parshat Vayera. I would like to share a story with you that happened to me this past week. It couldn't have happened on a better week than the week in which we read this Torah portion. I was walking out of the hospital having visited a congregant of ours who was in a time of need, and I was stopped by a young man who asked me if I was a rabbi. I answered in the affirmative and I said, "How did you know?" And he said, "I saw your yarmulke." He informed me that he had just hours earlier watched the birth of his first child, a new daughter, and he asked me if I would come into the hospital room and give his daughter and his wife a blessing. Of course, I said yes. I walked into the room, and together with 4 generations of his family, I gave his new daughter and his wife a blessing, giving her her first and only Hebrew name, and giving his wife a blessing of healing. All of the eyes in the room were filled with tears, and it was all I could do to hold back my own tears. As I was leaving, each of the family members thanked me profusely, but I said to them, "No, thank you. I don't think you realize the incredible gift that you've given me today." In one moment, they allowed me to fulfill one of the most important mitzvot that we have as Jews, Bikur Cholim, the visiting of the sick. But they also had engaged in another mitzvah, Hachnasat Orchim, welcoming in visitors. What a splendid gift to, in a moment, in an instant, be a part of new life, to be a part of the continuity of the Jewish people, but also to be able to be a part of these 2 mitzvot. At the beginning of this week's Torah portion, Abraham is sitting in his tent, infirmed, having gone through his circumcision, his Brit Milah, at a very old age. And he welcomes in these 3 visitors that he doesn't know are angels in his infirm state. They've come to visit him, to perform Bikur Cholim, the visiting of the sick. He performs Hachnasat Orchim, not only welcoming them into his tent, but welcoming them with a meal, and with a smile, and with a happy face. This moment could not have been more appropriate in this week. To be able to participate with this family, who I may never see again, in these 2 mitzvot, at that time in their lives, was an incredible gift for me. It's also a reminder that sometimes the smallest of mitzvot, the smallest of our commandments, just simply welcoming somebody into your house or visiting somebody in a time of need, can be the most powerful ones. Tonight, 80 people from our community will be eating in one another's homes for Share Shabbat, Hachnasat Orchim, welcoming people into their home. And I will tell you, there's always people who could use a visit who are in a moment of need. Hachnasat Orchim and Bikur Cholim are 2 of our most important mitzvot. And I look forward over the coming days, weeks, and months to sharing in this mitzvot with all of you. Shabbat Shalom.